It's up to you.
Well, we are getting to the place.
Yeah, certainly are. Is there any place you want to stop off beforehand you get there, or anywhere you want to go?
Not that I can think of.
No. You're making a beeline straight there because, as you say, it's kidnapping every second counts.
Yeah, we probably go with that. I probably won't have that punch to like drop by. Hey, I'm this retired guy. Mind if I like borrow some SWAT equipment? Like Kevlar vest, some riot gear, and maybe some assault rifle.
That'd have been an interesting role. You'd have to have made that.
Show the kids.
Be like contacts again. Like, yo, you have some guns for me? But nah, I plan to make a straight beeline for
Yeah,
the place.
it's understandable. And a straight beeline you do make. You can sort of tell visually from just the houses and the quality of living when you're getting close, because it's not the best place, not the best area where this guy lives. You're passing quite nice, lush houses and things around the cafe, and then as you're getting closer and closer, it's slowly sort of becoming worse and worse quality. And then you eventually get into the area, the screen. It's the screen itself not only covers the sort of area where you're going, but also the building where Eric lives, or at least the address you have. It's like a two-story. There's like a complex of two-story apartment buildings interspersed with like lawns, playgrounds, flower gardens, and as you well know, Martin ruled by a gang of ruthless drug dealers.
Awesome.
Yes. You particularly are aware that the leader of the E-Screen and the drug dealers is a man by the name of Wallace Gibbs, although he typically goes by his nickname Lizard.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Certainly not.
I think I should, or I could, sneak up ahead and take a look of how things are.
Yeah, we
Oh,
get the
sorry,
address,
guys,
but that's address for a complex, not the particular specific like flat.
Oh, didn't we?
I don't know. That's what I understood. That we got the address for the building, not from the room itself, or maybe I.
No, sorry. When I say that was my bad. I should have specified that. You got given. Sorry. Yeah, you do know exactly where he is in the complex. He's. He's not in the complex itself. The screen is the area given to the complex. He's in a house outside of the actual complex himself. 1503 Fifth Street, which is like right next to the apartment complex. I was when I was.
I mean, I'm as I said. So
No. You were right. You were right to do that. The apartment complex is the East Green is the name of both the apartment complex and the entire area.
Okay, so I stopped the car not immediately near the complex, and as the like typical detective stuff, I stopped the car and trying to look inconspicuously, and I looked at the others. And I point at the house. This is the place, but this.
Let me scout ahead.
But you need to be on the lookout because this place is ruled by a Wallace Gibbs.
I will turn invisible.
Lizard.
In the car.
Oh,
because
right. You're
I can't turn
freaking
invisible.
hooky pooky.
So it's like, let me scout ahead.
Magic.
Oh,
yes, I'm talking. Oh, right, magic.
Martin, something seems off with the house as well. That sort of same instinct you were having earlier before you got into the got to the cafe, sort of kicking in here again, something seems wrong with the place. You can't
Wait.
put a finger on what, but something
Wait.
seems off.
Even if you're invisible, it's like in the back of my neck. My intuition tells me something is wrong.
I will create a three-way conversation, like for, you know how you can do for WhatsApp, like a group conversation. On my with our phones, and I will
as you go off anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I will send you whatever I see, whatever I hear, and if I need help, I will either scream very loudly, run very fast, or text you here, or probably do a combination of the three, and then you can come rescue me.
As I said, this is not the best idea. There's something wrong with the house.
I won't go in. I will just peek in the windows.
Okay. If something goes
you
wrong,
rather
I just ride up to the house. Try
that's
to
fine,
try to see if you see some suspicious like gangbangers or something. If there are like lizardsmen around.
Okay, I will be on the lookout for lizardmen.
That's a nickname.
I'm weak. I'm like winking, but I'm invisible, so you can't see that.
Yes, so you cast a glamour, a minor veil over yourself.
I will also do a seeming, so I'm both invisible and under that I look like a gangbanger, basically. Like not necessarily a gangbanger, but someone who belongs here. So in case I need to ditch the invisibility real quick.
Okay, so you're performing a seeming under the glamour. Okay, interesting. Very nice. Yeah, you can do that. So you're invisible. You're going to sneak up to the house, as you do.
So
very
door of the car opens.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out.
Nothing comes out, and then it closes. How are you approaching it? You're going like through the front door, because it's like a crappy looking house, but it's there's a front, there's like there's a garden. It's divided. It's a detached house.
So it's like one of these houses where only one person or one family or something like that lives.
Yeah, to a degree. There's a exactly like that. In fact, there's a small sort of garden that's overgrown with weeds in the front. There's a path leading up to the house. It looks like there's also a path leading to the side, so it might also have a basement area, or have people living in the basement as well. You're not sure, and that goes for everybody here. You're not sure actually if Eric lives in the main level or the below level. There's, as you're walking towards, there's a couple of windows to the left of the door, which have the blind shut that you can't see in. There's also a big front window to the right, which is boarded up with wood, plywood. There's a sort of a French porch area where the door to that has been blown off, like is like hanging at an angle, and you don't know if that's like been kicked in or if it was just installed like that. And then it's like small porch area, and then the actual door to the main area is in the porch area.
Well, I will approach very carefully, and I will be like sending pictures of everything I see, basically, so they can.
That's fair. Sure. Astra, Martin, you're getting pictures of the house, like how I was describing.
Like picture of the front door. I will be circling around. I will try to look. You said there was a board window. Maybe if I'm like right against it, I can look between the boards, or is it like perfectly? Are they perfectly lined up?
It's not perfectly lined up. There's a few gaps in between them, but unfortunately here you're too short to see. The boards are you can like look, but all you're seeing is the ceiling, and it's painted white. Unfortunately, because the bottom one has been sort of fixed to the bottom, and then the one has been fixed to the top, and there's like a tiny gap between them because the person that boarded them up clearly didn't measure them out right, and it's just kind of just put them on and hope for the best. But yeah, the boards are quite a bit higher than you, so you'll either need to try and climb on the windowsill to look in, or just keep circling the house.
I will just circle the house very quickly, see if I can find out anything interesting or see anything.
You do actually get to what else are you looking for?
I will keep sending pictures of anything interesting.
Okay,
I don't know if Martin will have anything to say about the door, for example.
You see a door knocked off its hinges, but without being closer, you can't really tell if it's been kicked in or if it's just wear and tear.
Yeah, for now I imagine this place looks like shit, so it's no surprise that door is almost hinging. I will be more interested if she sees and pictures somebody alive around the area.
Okay. Now that you've gotten closer and you're sort of circling around, and
by the way, my phone is set to be completely silent. It doesn't vibrate or anything. I just have it in my hand and I keep an eye on it to see if I have messages.
Yeah, that's smart to do that. The alarm goes off. They all see you. No, yeah. As you're still circling around, now that you're a bit closer, you're hearing what sounds like a quite violent argument between two voices that you can't really make out. One seems a bit familiar to you, but you don't know if that's just because it is familiar to you, or if it's it's a voice coming from the opposite side of a wall that sounds muted. As you
any of them female?
None of them are female. They're all male voices. One of them is one of them. The one that doesn't sound familiar to you is very gruff, almost a sort of a Cockney accent attached to it. They're both sounding very sort of intimidating. You keep circling around, and eventually you do find a sort of a small gap that's low enough to the ground that you can look in. And as you look in, you sort of see a standoff between. You can't see all the people in the room, and you're sort of directly at the back of the house now. As you're approaching the house, you're at the sort of the back left corner of the house, and you're looking into the main level, and you can see, as Martin did call it, the back of Damocles. He's raising his sword, sort of, well, not he's being an arrogant little bastard essentially, and he's he's holding his sword, not intimidatingly too badly. To the side is a kind of, I have a sword. On the other side of it, you can see from your angle, you can see 3, but you feel like there's probably more gang members. Essentially, you see the person whose voice you didn't recognize, which is a tall looking guy, flat cap, crappy looking suit on that he wears with an air of confidence as he's shouting at Damocles to put the sword down, as Damocles is just daring him to come forward. The two men either side of him both have their guns out but not raised. Seems like there's a standoff going on here as you're hearing them argue with one another, but it doesn't really Damocles is just screaming random shit as this other guy is telling him, look, I'm here for my fucking money, give me it or we're gonna shoot you. And Damocles is just not having any of it, not even really looking to him. He's just strapping around in a little bit of a circle, being that backstabbing, underhanded prick. I'm gonna kill him when I see him. He's not even noticing the at least 3 heavily armed men pointing guns at him. He's just walking about in a really small circle, just angrily, just cursing under his breath, as you just see this standoff. Eventually, the guy trying to scream at Damocles essentially just gets annoyed, and orders one of his men to shoot at Damocles. as Damocles quickly turns and says don't do it, like acknowledging them for the first time in your situation. Damocles go, don't be doing that, you'll be regretting it a lot. And the guy's taken aback. He's like, hold, what you mean I'll regret it?
Did he actually shoot?
No, he didn't shoot. You didn't hear a gun say. He's like, all right, just shoot the prick. I've had enough of it. The two guards either side of him like raise his gun as Damocles goes, whoa, now that would be a mistake. He's like, all right, lads, lower him again. I see you finally started. I see you finally want to talk to me now. So, well, I don't want to talk to you, but I also would prefer you not to shoot. And they're engaging in a bit of a talk. He's like, what do you mean I shouldn't shoot? Maybe if you were talking to me from the start, and we could maybe, all right, maybe I won't shoot. Maybe we can come to an agreement.
Can the Siemens do noises and the like my Siemens power?
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
I was considering doing like a police siren kind of thing.
Siemens. No, you can't make noises with it, unfortunately. It's just a visual thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I could do the lights at least. But yeah, can we catch up, Jason? He just came back.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry about that, guys.
No worry, man.
We went to the location that Martin's contact gave us. It's like a shitty house. I stealthed up because I can turn myself invisible with a glamour. I checked around, and there is Damocles, which Matt called, facing off 3 thugs. Like they look like drug dealers or something like that.
Yeah, they all look like the kind of people that would be drug dealers if you were being stereotypical.
And they are like screaming at each other, and Damocles seems to be angry with Eric because he said something about that backstabbing bastard. That's my guess. And the 3 thugs are like, what the fuck, talk to us because you are ignoring us, and they threatened to shoot him, and then he started talking, and that's it basically. You are saying this because I have like a FaceTime on our phones, like a conference call, and I'm recording this like through a lower window or something like that. It's a cool thing about not being a wizard that you can use smartphones.
Yeah, now I'm kinda wondering what we should do. Do we just like ride up to the house? I step up and either like go guns blazing or just call out Damocles.
I don't think we can guns blaze a vampire and 4 cronies, can we?
We could sort of show up to support Damocles, and maybe that would allow him to get out, and he seems to have an axe to grind with Eric too, so enemy of my enemies.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning to ride up to the house, Astra, so...
Do we know what kind of vampire Damocles is?
Red court.
Yeah, red court.
Because it's daylight outside. It was in the morning, right?
Yeah. You spent a bit of time. You got there at night. It's probably about like midday or something now. The place is boarded up though. Partially what I was saying before. There's no light coming into the house.
Okay, so this is his house.
Well, from what you're aware, this is Eric's house.
No, I mean this is Damocles' house.
Well, this? No. This is Eric's house.
Nah, this is Eric's house, and my guess is Damocles arrived here to finish the deal with Eric, but Eric ripped him off.
Well, we could just
like one last chance. Either you like try to be like not in the car with me and try to like be stealthy, or we ride up to the front in the car. Decide now.
But you're gonna crash the car?
Not crash the car, right up the house on the street, not in the house.
I could look like a SWAT police guy, and we could try to mm, make it look like we are dirty cops. You sound like a cop, and like either they leave us alone with Damocles, or basically we have a full police department on their asses.
Damocles knows me, and he knows Astra.
Yeah, but we would get the gunbangers out of his ass, and then we can talk to him.
We can easily have gangbangers out of his ass by just like arriving at the place and changing situation.
All right, let's do that then. Do you want me to go with you, or should I stay here?
You know what? You can just exit the car and like try to follow up. Like I look around, like what's the like? Are there any like pedestrians, other gangbangers visible on the street?
You don't see anybody. The place looks deserted.
Okay, I don't know how good are you with stealth, Astra, but try to be like just get out of the car in case something goes wrong. At least we want group targets.
I will meet up with them in the front, like in the front.
Okay,
Great,
so yeah, so I start the engine and like ride up at the front of the house.
And we'll go in.
Yeah.
The three of
No,
us.
I like when I like stop at the front of the car, I step up and
Yeah, we like.
and
we meet at
and
the
I
front
say
door.
like loudly, Eric, ya bastard.
Danny, are you still being at the back of the house? I take it you haven't moved?
I was gonna meet up with them, but is there any way for me to get in from here?
None that you can see. You can attempt to go down to the basement. There might be a way into the main level from there. There's no way to sort of just like break in. There isn't a handy hole in the wall, unfortunately.
In that case, I'll go in like in the front door, in front of them, like before them, so I can scout. It's still invisible, so why the fuck not?
Yeah, seems solid. Right, okay, so you've sorry, just get an idea of where you are, Martin and Astra. You guys are still outside of the house at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
I'm like
yeah, okay.
in front of the entrance of the house, standing on the walkway. I'm not going in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will meet with them there and like walk a few feet in front of them in the house, basically, so I can let them know what the fuck's going on. I'll probably still like send in like the live feed so they can see what's going on. Yeah, just a few feet in front of them so I can scout ahead.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You see the door opens and there's a big thug there, about 6'2", standing there, like sweatpants, wife beater, white shirt on, holding a gun. He just looks down and is just, "Fuck do you people want?"
I'm looking for Eric. Bastard stepped on too many toes. I have a business with him.
Yeah,
People told me it was his house.
it's his. Eric's not. It's clear he's not used to making decisions. He's just like, Mr. Eric's not in. We got business with him.
Get aside.
I will
Bully past him.
I will come from behind him because I'll move around, and I will appear like the leader guy who was downstairs. Like the one who was.
Yeah, the one in the middle giving the orders. Okay. Sorry, did somebody say they were going to push past this guy?
Yeah, I'd like to try to kind of bully past him with my presence skill for first impressions. Because it's like I walk in like I own the place.
That's actually under intimidation. You can do that.
It's intimidation.
Yeah, you can.
You're right.
Brush off. Like that's one of the trapping.
Well, then I don't do that because then I will suck.
Although the idea of, I mean, at the minute he is there stopping you. He is trying to, block your access. If you wanted to try and do a social combat. Yeah, social combat against him. With your use of sort of presence to, trick him into thinking, well, not trick him, but like just act like you're a big deal. And he's like, oh shit, I better bring these people to my boss. They seem important. You can attempt to do that.
Want to try, Martin?
That's a good option. If he gives you shit, I can do, like, I'm maneuvering so as to appear behind him. From behind him, if need be.
Yeah, I'm just like, do what you want. I'm just saying, well, big guy, so I'm guessing you are not the boss, so where's the boss? Maybe we can struck a deal.
Yeah, and you might be able to. He's not willing to. He's not willing to sort of just take you to his boss unless you but give him a reason to. He's just, well, I'm not the boss, but the boss is busy. Go away.
So should we start rolling like initiative for?
Well, it depends. It's not necessarily combat now. If you just want to do a social combat.
I'm not good with present stuff, so you guys like.
I meant for social combat.
Oh, right, that sort of stuff. Well, there is. I was going to say there's potentially only the two of you, so we can see who goes first because I suppose he would be trying to intimidate you guys off. So Astra, if you wanna roll.
Empathy, I think.
I think empathy is for social initiative.
Yes.
Or is it presence? I don't remember. No, presence is for your social health. Yeah, it's empathy.
Yeah. It's just a normal guy. He just. Okay, so you're first in the initiative order, Astra. So you wish to make a social attack on him?
Right. So I'm using kind of my presence or my first impression, and so I'm kind of trying to kind of say like, oh, you've already given up with your contradictory statements that he's here meeting with his associate and we're supposed to be there too. So I get this is the other thing this character is good at. Personal magnetism +2 when attempting to make an impression. Okay. So come on. Yes, I'll take it.
Jesus, yeah. Well, I will do the I will do the roll just for the hell of it, but it's very unlikely. Not shockingly. He's just right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You two should come meet the boss. Right. Follow me. He just sort of just turns around and walks off.
He says you too, so by who he means?
Danny is still invisible. Like
right.
She was planning to act, but she didn't need to.
Okay, well,
it's like,
I just quietly say to Astra, well, for now let's keep up the act and we go in, I guess.
He takes you through the front room, which is like a crappy TV in the top like left corner with a couch that's got more stains than color on it. Bad like coffee table. The entire place smells of drugs. Like ridiculous. So you've overwhelming sense of marijuana in the place. Takes you through into the kitchen. Like bad appliances all across, a sink that's sinks with plates in it that probably haven't been washed in months, and there's a door in the kitchen. Opens it up, and there's a staircase leading down, and once he's opened it up, you guys can hear Damocles and another voice still arguing with Damocles. Seem to be getting more and more frustrated. You just hear him screaming, "I don't know where Eric is. God, if I knew, I'd be there killing him. Fuck off." It's like, right, well, if you don't know, and if you can't help me, then why shouldn't we shoot you? It's like, you just shouldn't. Like, Eric has done stuff. The place. As you guys walk down, you guys walk down, making some noises. As now you've got an actual view of the place, you can see there's Damocles on one side, and there's, including the one that's leading you, 5 people. The one doing the talking and four bodyguards, all with handguns and looking stereotypically like drug dealers and gang members. He's making some noises. The guy, and yes, Martin, you do recognize him as Lizard. Turns and sees the guy that's walking down. He's like, and he just like, has this really surprised look on his face, and his shoulders go up in a what the fuck is this situation? He's, Jim, I'll give you one job. I'll tell you, whoever's outside, tell him to fuck off. Why are you bringing them down here? What the fuck's wrong with you? Jim's just like, nah, boss, they might know where Eric is. They were saying about him. He's like, oh, all right, well, I'm in the middle of something. Why not? For fuck's sake. Jim, we need to have a fucking talk after this, all right? Go stand in the corner. Fuck's sake. All right, who are you pricks? Also, Astra in particular, you see, if you are looking at Damocles at all, you see him look very puzzled as he recognizes the both of you.
Remind me, what's the normal name for lizard guy?
Sorry, taking a drink there as you said that. His real name is Wallace Gibbs. I'll put that down for you.
Well, Mr. Gibbs, Mr. Damocles, and I note to both of them. I'm Mr. Martin, and I believe that all of us have the same problematic guy we want to deal with. One Eric McCullough.
Yeah, you sort of see Lizard's face in a kind of, all right, perhaps we do have the same problem. I was led to, he's been dodging my calls recently, let us say. I'm looking for him.
Well, it's fair to say, Mr. Gibbs, that you are not alone in that. Sadly, we were told that Miss Eric, that scumbag, will be here, but I see he managed to escape. But maybe not for long.
Maybe not.
Say, did you search this place? Do you maybe have some sort of personal stuff of Eric? Of some sorts?
Do we have stuff of Eric's? I mean, everything that's here is his. Well, that he hasn't fucking stolen. I don't know. I haven't really searched the place. I walked in here. Well, I walked in. Tim kicked the door in. And we walked in to see this. He turns and looks at Damocles. Person? Standing here.
Yeah, person is a good word. Proper word.
Angrily muttering to himself that dick. We haven't really, we sort of got caught up with the looks again at Damocles. The latest member of My Chemical Romance. Fucking dealing with him.
I actually chuckle a little bit.
Yeah.
You see Damocles twitch a little bit. The four, by the way, just so you guys know, the 4 security guards, 3 of them still have their eyes on Damocles, whereas 1 has their eyes on you. One that's standing directly behind Lizard. Where Lizard's standing, like he's standing in between Lizard and Damocles, and he's looking at you guys, whereas the other 3 guys are like spread out around the room, all got their guns pointed on Damocles.
Okay. Yeah, just
Right.
if anybody's wondering, like the reason he's trying to channel the bad guy vibe is that because he was so long on the force, he kinda adopted the rule: if you want to know and beat your enemy, think like your enemy.
How are we going to find Eric? Like, do you have a...
Mr. Damocles, tempus fugit. Do you have like some, I don't know, Eric's fucking necklace or some other shit that he had? Ring,
I got
piece of cloth?
some of his shit. Why? What's it to you?
We're going to need that to make Mr. Gibbs here happy.
What's any of Eric's shit got to do with finding them or getting me the fuck out of there?
Leave that to us.
Leave that to you. Yeah. Right.
Good
Well.
magician never reveals his tricks.
Well. Maybe you guys can help with another magic trick. A magic trick Eric's done. Huh? You fuckers will understand this. Not this human. He says that with absolute vile in his mouth, by the way. Listen, Eric, the magic man, fucking knocked me out. There's his stupid mind shit. I woke up in the middle of a fucking bomb. And like the guards, if you like are looking at them like he's absolutely crazy. A couple of people are like, do I even need to have my gun trained on this lunatic? He's got a sword. Fucking idiot. As Damocles continues, listen, magic men, if you want some magic, why don't you magic me out of this fucking landmine I'm standing in? Eric, the prick, put me in a landmine, all right? Look, he walks over to the side and takes off a piece of his clothing, like with his sword, incredibly gently, like slices off a thread of his leather cape, leather jacket, and like slowly throws it to the side. It comes into contact with something, and just for a millisecond, a massive bubble appears like all the way over his over where he's standing. He's stuck in the middle of this like bubble, and he's like, this fucking thing, if enough contact hits this, we all go boom. As he did that, all of the guards like recoiled in horror as like, okay, that's broken my illusion on reality. Fuck. Lizard though, not reacting too much to it actually. It's like, right, magic men, get me the fuck out of this, and maybe I'll help.
Well, there's magic man, there's magic open. We shall see what we can do with this.
Right, and you, Lizard. God, what sort of fucking name is Lizard anyway? You see Lizard be taken aback with a face of fucking says Damocles. He's like, you see why I say don't shoot? You dumb prick. He just starts muttering under his breath again. Fucking Eric, I'm gonna kill him.
Well, I say it's a good bet that if Mr. Damocles is alive, then we have better chance to finding Eric, and we have better chance to stay alive considering if we don't blow up. So everybody calm the fuck down, no shooting, and me and my associate will try